Alright guys, welcome back to VALORANT News. The Ludwig Tarek Invitational is underway. Many big results going down last night and drama associated with it as well. Marved continues his rampage, it seems, against NRG. Now he's back in the Sentinels headquarters. But also, what is going on at Bleed Esports? Ye takes to the timeline again last night and basically says he may, in the very near future, reveal everything that happened behind the scenes with Bleed and exactly why they've gone through all the drama that they have as an organisation and potentially ceasing to exist over the last couple of weeks. What does it mean for the likes of Aspas as well? That remains a serious question. Very much enjoy your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button if you enjoy. Subscribe if you're new as always. I greatly appreciate it. The chicken nuggets meme continues here as we've seen over the last couple of days. So let's just dive straight in. Firstly, Gen.G, there were some rumours where he was going to go, what his next step was going to be. Apparently it's going to be BBL Esports. So all sorts of things are possible. Of course, there was talk, okay, is he going to stay on Liquid? Like what's going to happen next? But yeah, when Alejandro Gomez has said something so far this Rostermania period, he's basically been on the money every single time. So I'm not exactly expecting that to change here with this latest update, but yeah, going to be fascinating to see how that team gets on. But let's talk about what happened at this tournament, right? So Boasters out there, lots of the guys are out there from Europe, of course, to play in this invitational tournament. And yeah, Boaster arriving into the venue, of course, still going to be on Fnatic for the new season with their brand new roster, meeting the rate you guys can see. Well, you guys can just about see now if I make that picture clear enough for you guys to have a look at. John.G in the centre, Zelsis, and all the boys. So very entertaining as ever. And as Sentinels say reunited, so, you know, we got Zekken and Marved. Of course, Marved's doing a bit of drama over the last few days. I thought this top response was very funny here from JJ. Please tell me that y'all didn't make him get his own Uber from the airport, right? Because we saw that Marved was talking about how NRG did not treat him as well as a player as they did on Sentinels, and, you know, Marved would have to pay for things that maybe he should have to pay for. You could argue it anyway, but Sentinels would tend to just step in and do whatever it takes to make Marved as happy as possible. Maybe that wasn't quite the case over on NRG. And we'll see more evidence of that in a few minutes time. I thought this was kind of cool to see. There were other great pictures as well, such as this one. People talking about how this is like a, you know, Pokemon evolution chain. I think Safe Posting tweeted that one because we go from Redux to John.G and then of course to, you know, Scream, who's looking like an ancient Greek philosopher or something on the right hand side here. Like, you know, look at this guy. Actually, sensational work. And cool to see him back playing again. I mean, Scream, like what an entertaining character and personality, and still a top quality player on his day as well, if he's going to potentially stay around competing, or if he wants to for this season. Maybe there's going to be an opportunity somewhere. But yeah, Ludwig, Tarek, all the boys, entertaining as ever. Boost Joe had, well, a pretty good day yesterday, to be fair, despite having a couple of unfortunate tweets in his mentions. Tens wanted to play in this, but he just said that unfortunately he wasn't feeling good enough, so that unfortunately didn't happen for him in the end. But let's get into a couple of these series here, right? So the invitation number 3, Ludwig, Tarek won NA versus EU, and the first NA team, NA, Boostio and Piggies, they went down to EU Rolly winners. So, you know, brilliant team names as ever. But yeah, Com, Boostio, Narrate, Zeltis, Cryo, that's team 1. And then Patty Tech, Ardis, Mini Boo Boo and Tomasi. So that's a nice team on paper. Of course, you know, Patty Tech, his next steps are a little bit unclear. But I think the rumour is that maybe Team Liquid are looking at him for the new season. Of course, a couple of the Heretics guys as well, they're going to be pretty solid. So those guys took the first dub. And then, though, EU John.G, they played another game, and Boostio's team this time came out on top. And here he is during the game, sending the selfie, up 9-5 currently, and they took the dub here. So NA, Boostio and Piggies get the 2-0 dub, and Boostio actually had a mega series here. This, of course, being Boaster's team. Scream, Hero, Soulcast, Mystic and Boaster. They did kind of get clapped here, to be fair, by that roster we just looked at. 13-1 on the bind, it was bad. And then the Haven was a bit better, but not much better, to be fair. 13-5. Scream, though, on the rain, it was 19-16. So, like, he showed his promise, but unfortunately it just wasn't enough. So this series, it was definitely the battle of the IGLs. Boostio was at the top and Boaster was way down there at the bottom. And this is now how things look. So NA Phoenix won. They are the other NA team that took down EU John.G's round 1. Zekken, Marv, John.G, Redux and Derek. So yeah, that's a damn nice team on paper, to be fair. Zekken and Marv on the same roster with John.G. I mean, that's a scary team. They've got to be the favourites, really. And well, they are in the grand finals. They took down they played a best of one here, Sunset, to determine which guy was going to get to the finals, and it was Zekken on the Neon, 30 and 14 to get them over the line. So it's EU Rolly winners versus Boostio and Piggies. We're going to see if we're going to have an all-NA grand final or whether the Rolly winners can do it. And yeah, it's 5 engraved Rolex watches for the winners. So sensational work, I'm not going to lie, as ever. Certainly something that, well, Marved will want to be winning after what he said the other day about NRG, and we'll get into that in a second. I thought this is pretty funny from FNS. That's the Jimzo I know. I love it when he tries, right? So we know that over the last few days we've heard about the drama with NRG, Marv not trying, the team not trying, not putting their all into everything, right? And Marv is presumably quote tweeting some sort of YouTube comment here that says if Jimzo didn't have mentality problems, he would be insane. And you gotta think that for Marved, if NRG said, all right, look, if you win this stage, if you win this championship, you're getting a Rolex, then maybe Marved would have absolutely grinded out 100% effort, right? But yeah, Vicio's kind of tweeting that the game in the series he played the other day where he got clapped against Zekken, of course, the new Sentinels roster, and then the one that they played just last night, of course. But I did want to share real quick this clip here from Marved because we know that he had his well, crash out or whatever on stream against NRG the other day, and he's still, you know, not over it maybe quite yet here. So he joins the couch last night and, you know, he throws a little dig at NRG's way, which I thought was pretty entertaining. So I'll share this clip and then we'll talk about the bleed stuff.
Marv, how much more are you motivated by Rolexes? How much more are you motivated by Rolexes? Here, wait.
Hey, here, yeah,
Go this on.
Yeah.
I got 2 Rolexes here. That's
Yeah, you want to
Here,
sit on
you
the
can
couch?
sit
Go
down.
ahead.
Get me sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my gosh, Yoshi,
Honestly, I don't have a Rolex, so
This
I'm
is
trying to
your
get
fir-
one.
your
If I get
first
2,
Rolex?
that'd be insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man's cheesing.
Couldn't even get a keyboard for my
Dude.
last org. So
Oh my god, dude.
I'm
No
just
way
joking.
this guy's gonna
I'm
keep
just
it
joking.
going.
I'm just
The
joking.
crash out's continuing, dude.
God.
Yo, we were talking about it a little bit. What even started that? Did you get baited?
Yeah, low
got
key, I
baited in
got
chat,
baited.
right?
I got baited.
You
but
got
then
baited?
once I realized I was getting baited, I'm like, I'm too deep, so I just
You just kept
Might
going.
as well send it.
sent it.
floor
And then
it.
you had the hindsight of 2 days and you come back now
Exactly.
and keep going.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's been absolutely wild what's been going on with Bleed Esports over the last few days. It all really started when Aspas was rumoured to be joining. Aspas is going to leave Lev. We're pretty sure that he still is going to leave Lev, but, you know, maybe there's some questions there. Bleed were going to pay a big buyout for Aspas. There were only a couple of teams in the world that were willing and able to do so. Bleed Esports, ever since they've come into the sport, they've seemingly had infinite money. And as I said yesterday, whenever that happens, you've always got to question where the cash is coming from. Is it really worth it? Is at some point that organisation or some investor going to decide, well, this ain't worth it, I'm pulling out of here? The rumour is, by the way, we talked about the story yesterday with the CEO and this investor called Lim. Apparently that Lim guy is related to another Lim, I think Peter Lim, over in Singapore, who's like a billionaire, owns Valencia Football Club, stuff like this anyway. So that's the rumour as to where some of the cash was coming from. I don't really know whether it was in the metaverse or something. Who really knows? But Ye says, should I just tell you guys what happened with Bleed? So seemingly he knows, obviously, what happened to him, whether he knows fully what happened behind the scenes with the organisation, and I don't imagine it's something Ye could just tweet about, right? This is something that he'd have to, you know, join a podcast, speak for an hour on. And then yesterday we saw this. So this guy, Mervin, who of course is the CEO of the team, CEO, founder, whatever, he has bounced around multiple Twitter accounts. Like, he used to have one, then it was shut down or whatever. And yesterday this was spotted. This account's Bleed Mervin from March 2021, actually, which you might think that he owns. I mean, I don't know. Could be anyone, to be fair. But and there's no guarantee that this is actually the guy, the CEO. But the bio now says get scammed. And this is a real account. I mean, I can go there. The guy also did used to use this same app before then that account got deactivated. So then the app was then available. So maybe there's something in that. But I don't know, right? You can potentially, I think I can just go here. Maybe it doesn't exist anymore. Okay, interesting. Now it looks like that account has been deleted. So if it was like a troll, then would they have deleted the accounts? I don't know. There's some speculation. Maybe it's nothing at all. But the reality is that the actual CEO, Mervin, as we mentioned, has a court hearing set for a few days' time. We don't really know what this is about, but we know that it's some sort of a criminal trial. And we're pretty sure this is the guy. So, yeah, Bleed Esports is in full collapse, full shambles, and it's genuinely impressive how quickly it's all gone downhill. Literally, they tried to sign Aspas, or they tried to pretend that they could sign Aspas. Someone leaked that, well, hang on a second, how are you affording Aspas when you've not paid me? And all of a sudden, the whole house of cards has crumbled down. Even a couple of years ago, guys might remember the story when Bleed Esports were due to potentially merge with Global Esports. And Riot said, no, we ain't doing that, GE, you're staying as you are. And, you know, they dodged a bullet on that one. So, yeah, Mervin, the CEO, has just disappeared. Nobody can find him. I think even the players said that. Certainly the CS players were like, we can't find the CEO to speak to. Like, we don't know where this guy's gone. And apparently he's disappeared because he's involved in some sort of criminal trial. And there's a hearing scheduled in a few days. So, yeah, it's genuinely impressive, I'm not going to lie. And, yeah, this was that account before. It seems like it's disappeared as far as I'm concerned. And, yeah, so who really knows whether this account was real or not? But the idea of the CEO, like, turning up to Twitter and, like, putting this bio gets scammed is just, like, that raises, in many ways, more questions than it actually answers, to be honest. And just one quick one as well. So Legia, of course, the coach of that team, the Bleed roster with Ye and those guys. And also, I don't know what's going on with, you know, Crazy Guy, who defended the org initially, but obviously maybe he was actually getting paid. Scary as well, right? And Legia says Ye was the small blind. So the feeling is like bros went all in with Ye and lost. The feeling is that maybe Ye wasn't getting paid the insane bag we think he was. Well, he probably was getting paid an insane bag. The implication here from Legia is that actually maybe the bag they were paying him wasn't as insane as they were even paying some of the other guys, or even trying to pay Aspas. We'll see, I guess, because the small blind in poker is like, there's mandatory bets on Texas Hold'em poker, and the small blind is like the smallest mandatory bet that the player to the left of the dealer button is meant to play, basically. But yeah, so this kind of implies that, yay, he weren't the big blinds, he was small fish compared to what they're actually cooking over there. But clearly they were cooking up something which, well, gave everyone food poisoning, because it's not been pretty, has it? But very much intrigued to your thoughts on all of this stuff in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, take care, and I'll see you next time.